Hello all, I am PW Ingre working as an assistant professor in mechanical engineering department. So today we will discuss about trial on Francis turbine. So I told you Francis turbine is a reaction turbine. So there is always pressure difference with respect to rotor, and this pressure difference is nothing but reaction pressure. That's why it is known as reaction turbine. Okay, so our main aim is what? We have to conduct trial of Francis turbine and plotting of its main characteristic. Main characteristic is also known as variable speed characteristics. What are the apparatus we required? Tachometer, Francis turbine test rig, and weights. Now we know that the Francis turbine is an inward mixed flow reaction water turbine, and it is suitable for medium head and medium discharge. Okay, so this is what the constructional features of Francis turbine. So we already discussed this part in detail during theory video lectures. So water enters from penstock. So this what is the function of casing to maintain the uniform velocity over the circumference. Then it will enters in the guide vane. Okay. So partial conversion of pressure energy into kinetic energy is taking place in the guide vane, and then with kinetic energy and pressure energy, it will enter in the stay vane. Stay vane is just used to guide the flow of water, and then it enters in the vanes. Okay, that is rotor. Okay, so these are the two views of the Francis turbine. Okay, front view and side view. Now you can see the Francis turbine runner. This is what the Francis turbine runner. Okay. Now this is the Francis turbine test rig. So this is a pump, then this is a venturimeter. Okay, then water enters here. This is casing. Then it will enter in the guide vane. Okay, then runner, and now see entry of water is in a radial direction. Okay, entry of water is in a radial direction, and exit is in a axial direction. That's why it is known as mixed flow. And this is a draft tube. Okay. Then the rope brake type of dynamometer is provided to calculate what? Shaft speed. Now here you see this venturimeter reading you can take from manometer, and again one gauge is connected to know the outlet pressure. Okay. So inlet pressure you can calculate by taking the reference of pressure gauge. So pressure gauge is provided over here. You see here. This is what P1. Okay. And this is the P2. Okay, and this to record the reading of venturimeter also there is a mercury gauge. Okay, and here also one manometer is provided to know the P2, because there is always a pressure difference. Okay, P1 and P2. That by using that you can calculate what? Head H. Okay, so it is P1 minus P2. H is nothing but P1 minus P2. And why we want to calculate H? Because we want to calculate rho G QH, that is input power, water power. Okay, so Q you can calculate by taking reference of this venturimeter, correct? And H you can calculate by taking reference of pressure gauge reading and this manometer reading. Okay, then to calculate shaft power we have to use what again? A rope brake dynamometer. Okay, that is reading of weight and spring balance. So again you see here, this is rope brake dynamometer. Okay, then yes, this is very important. Here you see, since we have to maintain the speed variable, okay, for every reading. So how to maintain, how to vary the speed? So what we are doing here, you see it is a hand wheel. Okay, here you can see, yes, this is the hand wheel. Okay, and here scale is provided. Okay, and you see here this wheel is provided. Okay, this wheel is connected to what? Linkages. These are the linkages. Okay, you can see here these linkages are connected to guide vanes. Now why we require this? Because guide vanes are movable, and actually this part plays the role of governing. What is governing? Governing is nothing but control of flow of water with respect to load. Okay, so load increases, so speed of shaft decreases, but we have to maintain the speed constant. So you can supply more quantity of water. Load increases, speed decreases, so you can restrict the flow of water, and that can be done by using this hand wheel. So in actual turbine, this hand wheel replaces what? Governor. Now what we are doing here scale is provided. By a rotation of this hand wheel, you can keep the guide vane opening, you can vary the guide vane opening. So what we are doing, we are taking the readings, suppose 25% opening of guide vane. So you can have a scale here 0 to 1. Okay, that is 0 is complete closing of guide vane and 1 is 100%. Then there is in between 0 to 1 there is a 0.25 and 0.5. Okay, so 0.25, 0.5 and 0.75. So if you will adjust that scale at 0.5, so by using this linkages, guide vane opening will be what? 0.25, means for 25% of water is entering, and at that 25% opening you can note down the readings. Okay, at zero load, note down the reading. What are reading? P1, P2. Okay, then W, S. Okay, and shaft speed. Okay, now go on adding the weight. So speed varies, correct? But opening is constant. So note down the readings at 25% opening, then 75% opening, and then 100% opening. And in this way, you can plot the characteristic, and that characteristic is nothing but variable speed characteristic. So one thing you should keep in your mind, that for every gate opening we have to vary the speed by how speed varies by applying the load. Okay, so you can see here the experimental setup. This is what the hand wheel, and this is scale. Here scale is provided. Okay, okay. This is opaque dynamometer. Okay, you can see a close view of this guide wheel assembly. Now again, I will just explain the experimental setup. Okay, so here this is venturimeter, manometer is provided to calculate Q. Okay, and then yes, this is a pressure gauge to calculate inlet pressure. Now here you see vacuum gauge, instead of vacuum gauge you are using a what? Manometer in actual experimental setup. Here you see. Okay, yes, this is what? Outlet pressure. Or you can see here, this is for outlet pressure. Okay, and then this is opaque type of dynamometer. This completes what experimental setup. Now I will show you the specification. These are the specifications of Francis turbine and pump. Okay, then now procedure. So I already told you, again I will repeat. Start centrifugal pump and adjust the delivery valve to keep the head constant. Okay, change the load from no load to full load for the given percentage of gate opening. So you can adjust initially 25% opening or 100% opening. Then go on reducing, that is 75, 50 and 25, or you keep the 25% opening and go on increasing, that is 50%, 75% and 100%. Then measure the corresponding speed and venturimeter reading for each load condition. Okay, note down corresponding spring balance reading and pressure gauge reading. Repeat the procedure for different percentage of gate opening. Okay, and with the corresponding reading, draw the graph of main characteristic or variable speed characteristic. So precautions: priming should be done carefully and head over the turbine should be constant. The observations: coefficient of discharge for venturimeter, it is 0.98. Diameter of pipe is 100 mm. Diameter of venturimeter throat is 50 mm. Okay, and diameter of brake drum is 300 mm. Diameter of rope is 10 mm and equivalent radius is 155 mm. Now calculations. So first of all, calculate torque. It is W minus S G into equivalent radius, then output shaft power. It is 2 pi nt by 60. Okay, correct. Then Q, then delta H. Now here you see delta H with respect to what? Yes, for calculation of Q. So it is H1 minus H2 into 10 to the power minus 2. It is in centimeters, so convert into meter. And inlet head, yes, H. H is P1 minus P2. P1 is in kg per centimeter square. Okay. and P2 is what? It is 13.6 into H1 minus H2. Okay, so I told you the P1 you can take directly by using pressure gauge reading, and P2 you can take from manometer reading. Okay, and this delta H is related to what? Venturimeter. Okay, then calculate overall efficiency, shaft power upon water power. Okay, then calculate unit discharge. You have to convert these quantities in unit quantities to have a to draw the graphs. Okay, that is you have to convert into unit discharge, unit power, and unit speed. Okay, then what is the observation table? So inlet pressure you can take the reading by using pressure gauge. Then outlet pressure, that is P2. Okay, for gate opening, that is 25%, 75%, 50% or 100%. So P1 is in kg per centimeter square. Okay, then P2 is in centimeter. So by taking reference of manometer, venturimeter reading, again you can take reference of manometer, it is also in centimeter, you convert it into meter. Then speed, okay, then weight, and then spring balance. For what? 25% opening. Same observation table for 50% opening, same observation table for 75% opening, and same for 100% opening. What are these openings? These openings are nothing but guide vane openings or adjustment of guide vane. Okay, then result table, you are getting torque, then output power, then discharge, then inlet heat, then input power, then overall efficiency, NU, QU, and PU. Torque you can get by using what? W minus S into equivalent radius. Output power you will get what? S shaft power, that is 2 pi nd by 60. Discharge, obviously that equation of venturimeter. Then inlet head, so you convert that pressure, that is in kg per centimeter square, into meter of water. Then input power, that is Rho G Q H. Okay, how to calculate H? H is nothing but pressure difference, and this, because of this pressure difference, this rotor of reaction turbine rotates, and that pressure difference is known as reaction pressure. That's why it is known as reaction turbine. The input power, yes, it is water power, Rho G Q H. Then overall efficiency, output by input. Then unit speed, okay, unit discharge, and unit power. And in this way you can calculate, you can draw the graphs. So I already explained you, these are the falling curves. Why falling curves? Because since rotor of Francis turbine rotates, some water, as speed increases, okay, as speed increases, the water, some quantity of water will be trying to flow in a outward direction, okay, because of rotary rotation of Francis turbine. And this rotor, because of this, it will resist the flow of incoming discharge. That's why there will be falling curves for discharge. Then these are the curves for with respect to PU and NU and overall efficiency and NU. So this completes the uh, conduction of trial on Francis turbine to plot variable speed characteristics. So we'll stop here. Okay, thank you.